Alright, friendly fire kind of thing, but on purpose. Yeah, comments by this hoverboverer guy really pisses me off sometimes, and this crap pisses me off. So I've already addressed this already, and now I have to address it again, because you keep saying the same shit on every fucking video. It's pissing me off. Better never to have been, sure. Problem is that only works, fail safe, for the individual at the one end and the whole biosphere at the other. He's going on to say something like, somehow, you know, the amount of life is a constant number no matter what people do. And that's just bullshit. The number of Japanese people has plateaued. It's not growing anymore, it's declining because people stopped having kids in the same number. There's nothing automatically compensating. There's no negative impact force that's forcing more people. What the fuck of what use is this crap? No, people stop having kids, there's less kids. There's nothing else that's forcing more kids into the pool. Anything in between, and you're out of luck. Well, whatever that means again. What the fuck does that mean? If I don't have kids, then there's going to be that many less kids in the world. I mean, it's just, this is not something this is beneath arguing. I mean, it really is. You could argue that my 3 kids are going to just be microbes or something. You know, a couple hundred pounds worth of extra microbes on Earth, if you're going to make this stupid argument. Where each instance of existence, non-existence, is not independent of other such instances. Again, what does that mean, not independent? Of course they are independent in many degrees, and you're arguing that there would be 7 billion people, no matter what we did, there was going to be 7 billion people. It didn't matter how many people, if the Americans had an extra, if they kept having more kids instead of less kids, the domestic Americans anyway, somehow that wouldn't increase population. That means that like if they had an extra 50 million people over the last 10 years, that somehow 50 million people somewhere else would die. Bullshit. Meaning little or no opportunity for net gain. Bullshit. This is just absolute bullshit. Where's your evidence of this fact? That if I have 3 kids somewhere else in the world will be killed. Where's your evidence of that? In other words, there's nothing wrong with the asymmetry as an ethical argument. It's just not great practical value. Of great practical value. Well, of course it is, and of course it is you just pass laws saying you don't give tax breaks to people that have kids anymore, right? You make them pay to educate their own kids. That'll decline the population even more. And you'll have a justification for doing it with the asymmetry or other similar arguments. So what are you doing here? What is your fucking purpose here to be some naysaying, nitpicking shitwit who's using a lamest argument I think I've heard, which is now, it's not that we got people arguing that somehow philosophy is genetic, and we got people saying all kinds of wacky shit, but what the fuck use is this crap that if you don't have kids, somehow you will have kids anyway? It's fucking idiotic. In the real world context, unfortunately. Yeah, well, all I have to say to you is fuck you, okay? So post this crap on one of my videos again, alright? You've already done it 3 or 4 times. Do it again and I'm blocking you. This is just a stupid, inane, and idiotic argument that somehow if somebody chooses not to have kids, somehow somebody else will. You have no evidence of that at all. Fuck you. Dumb argument. And fuck you, fellow guy, for agreeing with him. Apparently. I should see what he said. Agreed. That is the major problem, especially for AN as a benign just don't have kids strategy for reducing harm. Again, I just really don't understand. You're saying if I have 3 kids will die somewhere else in the world. Fuck you, it's a stupid argument. I suppose, though, that if one is an AN in dictum, do evil should apply. Do no evil, I guess. Regardless of what anyone else will do in response. Well, again, that's not the fucking end of the story. People aren't A-N, most of them anyway, just to sit there and poster child for their own behavior and say, look, I don't rape women and I have no opinion about whether you should or not either. No, we have an opinion about what other people should do, and we're making arguments explaining what they should do. So fuck you. This isn't a fucking impotent philosophy. No, it's one that wants to get right in fucking people's face and say, hey, you fucking goddamn motherfucking suck. All right, and those arguments have been made. So this fucking bullshit is just that, bullshit. There's no ANs, just, you know, at least the majority of them just saying, I personally chose not to have kids, but I have no opinion on whether you choose to have them or not. Fuck you, that's not the subject. The subject isn't some personal choice. The subject is a personal choice based on a fucking whole pile of logic. Damn assholes. It seems likely that not having children will at least make the breeders have to work harder, in order to repopulate the gaps left in the population as a result of AN philosophy. Yeah, well, once again, so you have some evidence that they have the capacity to do that, that somehow now they can afford to have more kids because I didn't have kids. I don't think that has anything to do with the subject. I think it's a bullshit argument. I think it's an inane distraction, and fuck you. Harmoniously, there was also the idea that encouraging people to have more children would hurry the depletion of resources, thus preventing generations of harm from coming into existence. Yeah, you just go ahead and think about how that works out. But yeah, we deplete the resources, and what do you think happens? People just starve to death peacefully? No, they have wars then. Alright, and you end up degrading civilization, and then you end up having maybe thousands of years of people living in shit. So fuck you and your idiotic, useless, fucking pointless contribution. Fuck you. What are you people? What are we doing commenting on here? You either believe that it's wrong to have kids, or you don't believe it's wrong to have kids. But telling me that it's a futile philosophy. Shit, having kids is futile, you stupid asshole. Fuck. And saying nothing is futile. You fucking defeatist jackasses. Fuck you.